Morning, everyone. My name is Mark Peralivas, and that rhymes with For All of Us, and I'm the Guelph candidate for the People's Party of Canada for the October federal election. I hope you vote for me. Today, I want to talk to you about some weird questions that came up after watching this video from Lloyd Longfield. Lloyd Longfield is the Liberal MP. I voted for Lloyd in 2015. I won't make that mistake again. And not because I don't like Lloyd, but because I don't like Justin Trudeau, and I don't like what Justin's doing to Canada. So I won't be voting for Lloyd. But this is a weird video. So Lloyd tweeted this morning or yesterday evening, yesterday at 12:49 p.m. He says, quote, "Parks are great places for kids to make connections with their friends and their environment, or the environment. With a $3.75 million investment in the city of Guelph, installed new play structures at 12 parks across Guelph. I hope you and your family take some time to enjoy the outdoors and have fun." And he says, here's the important part. He says this.
Last year, we invested in 12 parks in Guelph, $3.75 million for structure.
Okay, so you can watch the whole video, links in the description. I have some questions about this. I couldn't find where this funding went or came from or what program it was a part of or anything. When I started digging, I thought it was this, and it's not this, but I just wanted to show you where my head went. I thought it was a 2019 infrastructure, but then I went and rewatched the video. This is $2.2 billion for municipalities for infrastructure needs. I thought that must be the funding that this $3.75 million came out of, and this was released on March 19th, 2019. And I went back and watched the video, and he said last year, and well, that's after last year, and $3.75 million, that's a lot of money because, well, here's an example of why that's a lot of money. The federal government only announced $1.48 million to address our homelessness, and that's over 5 years. 5 years. So $3.75 million splashing around for parks in 2018, that seems crazy. That seems like a lot of money. So I wanted to find where this announcement happened. So I went to Lloyd's website, and here's December 20th, 2017, and he's got announcements for lots of things. Here's the first post of 2018, and I was looking for $3.75 million or parks because they would announce that. They would talk about that, right? And I can't find it. And maybe I'm missing it. I did tweet at Lloyd and said, hey, maybe you can help. I'm working on a video for this. I'll let you know if he responds. So far, not so much. But I'm doing a video comparing federal park spending versus spending on homelessness or our drug crisis. What other municipalities got money for parks and how much did they get over what period of time? Do you feel it's appropriate spending? Is it helpful? That was my question, right? And now I'm trying to find the spending and I can't find it. So let's just have a look. I'm going to scroll. You can scroll too. If you go down if you hit Control F, look for Linamar receives federal investment in advanced manufacturing on the Lloyd Longfield news site link that will be in the description. And that'll bring you right to here. And then you can scroll up with me. But I found some funding, some spending, and it's touted and talked about really enthusiastically, right? There's $335,000 awarded to the University of Guelph for state-of-the-art research. There's other money too, but I can't find $3.75 million on parks. When did this happen? We're in August here and nothing. Food policy, ribbon cutting on bioproducts. There's $2.2 billion. Oh, here it is. News release for immediate release. Ontario announces increased support for innovation in Southern Ontario. $2.28 million for bioenterprise. You'd think a $3.75 million investment in parks would be on here, but it's not. Not in the construction season. Not during Christmas. Not in the run up to Christmas. Nothing. There's nothing here about that. And here we are in February 2019. Nothing about $3.75 million in parks. So let's forget about that. The fact that I can't find the spending or the announcement or anything about that on Mr. Longfield's website, that's weird, right? Which 12 parks had what equipment put in? And what program did it come out of? I'd love more information about this, but there is none. It's very, very strange. And so, as I said, the federal government in 2019 spent $1.48 million over 5 years. Here's the important part. It says new federal funding promise to the County of Wellington, not just Guelph, the County of Wellington, which is bigger than the riding of Guelph, is expected to enhance and expand local programs focused on keeping vulnerable people housed. On Friday morning, Guelph MP Lloyd Longfield announced the county is receiving $1,485,909 spread over 5 years to enhance and expand programs that help people find housing and remain housed. So just so we're all on the same page, $1.48 million over 5 years is roughly $300,000 a year. Okay, and let's find out how much 3.75 million is over 5 years. Just let's say it's the same amortization period for this spending. $750,000 a year. So, I mean, parks, right? They're very, very, very important. Really important. Here's another aspect to this, and I talked about our drug crisis. This was published August 3rd at 3:48 p.m. It says 12 overdoses in 24 hours in Guelph officials. There were 12 overdoses in a 24-hour period in Guelph from August 1st to 2nd, according to Wellington Dufferin Guelph Public Health. The agency posted on Facebook on Friday to say that the overdoses were, quote, likely to be related to fentanyl, which seems to be extremely potent. Police and EMS issued an alert after responding to 4 cases on Friday morning. They reminded people to call for help if they suspect someone has overdosed. Should you discover a friend or loved one unconscious for an unknown reason, please don't hesitate to call 911. You may save their life. On Facebook, the Guelph Community Health Center notes that supervised consumption site is open all weekend, including the holiday on Monday between 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Police say while they, quote, discourage the use of illicit street drugs, people who do take drugs should use extreme caution. You are strongly encouraged to go to a supervised injection site and or have naloxone and a second person present who can assist in its administration, police said. I find it very, very interesting the way the article is talking about this. It's like, it seems very subdued. It seems very like nothing to see here. It seems like an interesting thing. And the idea that, well, there's a lot packed into this, and I might do another article just on the drug crisis alone, because it's really concerning. And the way the media is reporting this is a CBC News article. The way the media is reporting this, it's kind of like, oh, you know, it happens. Just make sure you've got somebody there, you know, when you do your fentanyl. It seems like this isn't the crisis that it is, and that's concerning to me. So I'm going to leave this here. I have a lot more questions. If I find out any answers, I'll update, because this is interesting to me. I'm interested in why we're spending $3.75 million from an unknown federal investment that's not linked, that has no information at all, when we've got homeless that we're spending half, at least, on, and we've got a rampant drug crisis, but nothing to see here. You know, make sure you've got somebody spotting you. So sad. Anyway, I just wanted to point it out. I'm going to cross-post to both channels because I think this is for people who live in Guelph, because I have questions. And I think for the broader audience, because what is happening in your community? The spending that is being allocated, and what's more important to you? I mean, yes, parks are important, but I'm 99% sure that federal government shouldn't be directly funding municipal parks. And I'm pretty sure that stuff like this, 12 overdoses in 24 hours from fentanyl, where's the fentanyl coming from? What is the Vancouver method? Why are we incapable of shutting down our money laundering schemes and our homeless? These are two massive problems that, I'm sorry, spending on parks last year that you forgot to announce just isn't quite helping with, Mr. Longfield. Just not quite. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the peoplespartyofcanada.ca. Check out ppcguelph.ca, and markperolovis.com. My name is Mark Perolovis. That rhymes with for all of us, and I'm the Guelph candidate for the People's Party of Canada. I hope you vote for me. Thanks for watching.